94.7, our local guest segments, brought to us by Turnkey Nerds, 402-426-NERD, and our nonprofit news brought to us by RVR Bag. Bradley with Ahead of the Curve Salon is joining us today. Normally, you fit on one side, but today you're doing something that kind of gives back to everybody else. You and Brianna at Ahead of the Curve Salon have decided to kind of do something to step up and fill a void that you saw and jumping in, and we wanted to talk a little bit about that. Thank you for taking time to come talk to us today.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit, how are things at the new salon? It's been, it's not new anymore to you. You've been there for a little while.
We've been there about in August it was 4 years. So been in the new location next to MP Dodge and the credit union. So things are going good.
Yeah, you keep changing it, you expanding. Are you growing?
We've been keeping things simple, but we always have plans under our sleeve or up our sleeve for something different. So you just never know.
You never know. When it's time to pull the trigger, you have the plans, you have the capability, you have the talent to do it. It's just the time to do it too sometimes, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So, but we're getting into the giving time of year this season that people are looking forward to spending time with families, but it's also sometimes the loneliest time for some individuals out there. And sadly enough, a lot of those become our senior adults in our area. So is that kind of what has driven you guys to do something?
Absolutely. There was another business in town that had created a program where at the holiday season you could adopt a local senior citizen. Mm-hmm. They quit participating or quit hosting it, I believe, sometime during the COVID incident. And so Brianna and I have been wanting to get that back up and running. And finally, it took us 4 holiday seasons to get organized enough back in the summer to get things going. Fortunately, we have some really good connections at all 4 local senior services.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what the PR
facilities.
I'm not sure what
whether it's assisted living or whatever type of care they're providing. You guys have gotten to be involved, and you probably know a lot of individuals there. A lot of customers live or have people that live in these facilities.
Yes, absolutely. And we were blessed to be able to help them help Kroll out during COVID. They lost their stylist, and about 8 months of no haircuts, Brianna and I were able to go in and give, 50 or 60 residents a free haircut to make them feel better about things. And so through that and through helping this other business that used to do the Adopt a Santa program, we just decided it was time to give back and step up. And so it's not only us, we have 3 other salons participating. The program is called Santa's Partners for Seniors. And we have 3 other salons that are participating. We have Michaela Smoyer at the Darling Room, Felicity Babbitt at Lux Skin and Hair, and then also Allison and Luann out at Hair Designs Unlimited. Mm-hmm. They've all been helping us get this program off the ground and up and running.
And so kind of the fun thing that you mentioned before we went on air is that it is not just for, economic based or anything like that. It's for everybody in any of these facilities. So you had how many names to start off with?
So there are 4 facilities in Washington County. We have Kroll, Good Shepherd, Autumn Point, and the Carter House, or Carter Place. And so between all 4 of those, there are 205 senior citizens.
And so every senior citizen had a name or something hanging on a tree somewhere. Or how did that work?
So each resident created a little wish list that they sent out to Santa, and us as the partners for him are getting those names adopted, and clients and customers and random people on Facebook or any other social media has contacted us to adopt the said senior, and their lists are pretty simple. Mm-hmm. They lots of warm and fuzzy things, fuzzy blankets, fuzzy socks, soft stuffed animals.
Maybe a puzzle or
Yeah.
something like that. Things that just be able to, help them occupy the, do stuff, crafts or things like that, or make them a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's been cute to see some of the things that they want, and like I said, they're all pretty simple, so it's been great to make people happy.
And so I want to give a shout out to the facilities for helping implement this, because that's a lot of work with 205 or so individuals to be able to get those wish lists together that they weren't through and able to put this together.
Yeah, absolutely. We reached out to them late summer, telling them that this was coming, what our hopes were, and then gave them about a month to give us the lists, and we started right before Halloween. And so with the 205 people, the end of October, here we are, not even to Thanksgiving yet, and we're almost all adopted. We have we have less than 10 left at the 4 salons. So it's went better than we can hope. And next year we hope to add the in-home care companies that provide service for Washington County.
Sure.
We were just a little nervous with the.
You wanted to make sure that you had people to be able to step up.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't. Brianna and I didn't want to have to buy 70 fuzzy blankets, and so thankfully, as always, Washington County has really stepped up and made this a great program, and one that I'm sure will continue for years to come.
And so we want to make sure that that is 100% participation, so that you have 10 or less left. How do people, if they're hearing this, are like, I want to get involved, I want to make sure that nobody gets left behind. How do they find out, or where do they find the names?
So they can go to Hair Designs Unlimited, which is on 19th Street, close to Washington County Realty, and then Michaela at the Darling Room and Felicity at Lux Hair. They're both in the brick building right next to Jim and Connie's Bakery. There's a Salon Suites and some other businesses in there, so they can stop in there. I would recommend stopping into Ahead of the Curve, except last time I counted, we only have 2 names, so I think they might have better luck at the other locations.
So, but again, it is something to say, if nothing else, next time, make sure that people get are able to be involved. Like you said, if people step up and say, I would like to, that helps you know that next year you can add all of these other individuals to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure that when it comes down to it, we'll have a handful that probably got adopted that for whatever reason don't come back. The gifts don't make it back to us. And so they could also help out, and anybody willing to take a last minute name after we get all the donations back, we would by all means take their name and contact them.
And so do you need any volunteers or help once collecting and then once being able to distribute?
Well, hopefully not. We're not really sure what 205 people worth of gifts looks like.
Yeah.
We have a very small space, but between our personal houses and stuff, we're confident we can get everything. Now, the deadline for the gifts for anybody that has adopted the senior is Friday, December the 13th. Bring them into any of the participating salons, and that gives us a little bit of time to get organized and get them delivered before Santa comes.
Okay. And so you've heard it here. Again, if you have any questions, there are Facebook posts or social media posts out there?
Yes, there is a Facebook page called Santa's Partners for Seniors, and that's where we've been doing updates. There might even be a couple of names still on that out there that need to be adopted from that. That changes by the minute. So, yeah.
Okay. Again, let's all step together, and thank you for stepping up and saying, this need, we saw this, it went away. We need to bring it back because we need to honor our seniors, those that are in facilities they can't get out or whatever. We need to show love everywhere.
Yep. So absolutely.
Well, thank you very much. Again, the Facebook page is titled what?
Santa's Partners for Seniors.
Okay, go ahead, go out there, follow, and again, you'll be able to get all the information on the salons that are involved. Stop on out and see if there is a name available. Let's make sure 100% get covered and get the love that they deserve.